Hi, I'm Chris Steely,
And I'm Wendy Haynes.
and we're with the Institute for Gender Partnership.
Yeah, and we're here to help leaders overcome the limitations of unconscious gender bias that might exist in your business.
And our objective is to really help businesses optimize their results by understanding the unique capabilities that each gender brings to the business.
Yeah, so we've been working on a 5-part series that really looks at balancing the masculine and feminine strengths of your employees, masculine and feminine strengths in business, and how that can optimize your bottom line.
So that 5 parts is consisted of, we talked about structure, the structure of the organization. We talked about work focus. We've been talking about influence. And today is part 4, and we're going to talk about work style.
Work style. Yeah. So let's just dive in. Yeah, Chris?
So work style. So Wendy, you got your work style. I got my work style. One of the things I like about what we're doing is that we're obviously, we're different genders in this context. And I love the way we confront you who's watching this video right now with their work style. I mean, we all have work styles, right? And it's about energy. What energizes people when they're working with their teams and with each other of the same gender or different genders, right?
Yeah. And the benefit of understanding the gender difference in work style is that you can move out of this place of like, well, this is the way to do it because it's how I understand it, versus that's the wrong way to do it. It's like, no, there's just different styles. And if we can recognize when and where each style is more beneficial, we can look to strike that balance. And we know that when there is a balance of masculine strengths and feminine strengths, then the masculine deficits and the feminine deficits tend to fall away. And so you're left with a bunch of strengths to work with.
And that's great to accentuate, Wendy, because a lot of people are, from my experience, they're out there almost vilifying the other gender because they do things differently and, oh, it's a problem. It's not about what we're about. We're about realizing their strength and capability, but the key is bringing the forces together and collaborating and doing it effectively.
Yeah. So let's outline what is some of the common characteristics for each gender. I'll start with the masculine. So when we're looking at work style, typically the masculine is more competitive. Just comes from a competitive standpoint. For them, they see work as a game to be won. It's all a game. And really,
let me comment on what you're in the context of the game, Wendy. It's about the competitive, because as a guy, I guess it's kind of a psychological thing, testosterone, bravado, maybe ego, but I think it's also societal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're certainly, shaped in that place. Yeah. So another interesting element is that coming out on top is key, right? So if it's a game, there's a real drive to be the winner of that game.
You gotta win.
Typical masculine styles in work style.
And I can vouch for that, and I can relate to that. One of the reasons I've partnered with you, Wendy, is that I'm also aware of the other side, and I feel like I've got a relative touch with that because I've been around the block. I've seen lots of teams. I mean, and as a masculine person, I can relate to what you're talking about. So let's look at it from the other gender side. And I'll give you a reflection or perspective on what I see as kind of a more on the feminine side of work style. So the feminine side, in my observation or my experience, is more of a collaborative style. They getting results through relationships. Sharing power, getting involvement, more of a collaborative thing. Does that resonate with you?
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's definitely more innately in me or organically in me, in my work style. And those words, sharing power, those have been very resonant in my work and what I'm passionate about and what I've been really driving towards and how I drive towards it in my work. And the what's so empowering to understand in the difference of work style is that, if I'm in an environment and I'm leading a team and it's all about sharing power, it can't completely negate those that are driving forward with the masculine energy, looking to win the game, right? Because there's benefits to both of those things. So if I can recognize that and embrace that and harness that and say, great, good, you're the one who's going to want to win the game. So we're going to drive that, pull that energy in where it's appropriate, at the same time, while we all can effectively recognize that there is great value to sharing power as well.
That's great. And it's funny that as you say this, my experience, as I work with boards, boardrooms and executive teams, it seems that these days, again, this is just kind of based on my experience, is that it's that they don't focus enough on that, that strategy, that collaborative, that listening, that engaging, that asking questions. It's more of a, back to that convergent thinking that we talked about in the previous video, converging on the objective. And it's really important that we actually have that ability, that collaborative discussion, and maybe determining where we're not collaborating and how we can collaborate more effectively. And that's your prerogative as a business leader, is to understand what you can shore up and how you can perform more effectively. So it's that balance of that collaboration and also that, achieving the objective. And, there is competition out there, and what do we got to do to be able to be more innovative than the competition? So it's really important that these two angles work in concert together and harmoniously, right?
Yeah. So again, this whole exploration of balancing masculine and feminine strengths, we really want to seed you with the information that will offer the perspective of, okay, I can recognize there are masculine strengths in work style and there are feminine strengths in work style. So as a leader in my business, I'm going to look at where those exist and then ask myself, are they in harmony? Are they in balance? And if they're out of balance, it can really behoove you to bring those things into balance, to create that balanced environment so that the strength of both the masculine and feminine come forward and positively impact how everybody's working and ultimately what they're achieving, and then ultimately your bottom line.
I love it. And just to complement what you said, our focus is to empower you to be part of the solution, giving you the tools to address specific issues, just like we've done today.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of the solution around gender in your business. We're passionate about it, and we also love to work more deeply with organizations. So if you have more interest, please visit our website at the Institute for Gender Partnership. There's our website right here.
genderpartnership.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then my email address, if you want to email me directly, chris@genderpartnership.com.
Yeah, we're here for you. Happy to answer any questions or have a deeper conversation.
And stay tuned for the next one. I think next time we're going to be talking about how to deal with conflict in the workplace, right?
Yeah. Yep. Part 5 of 5, conflict. All right. So be well. Thank you.